Welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie is
Madame Webb.
See the excitement. She's so excited because this is 3.8 on IMDb. 41,092 people rated it so far. You're probably asking yourself, how did he memorize these numbers? Well, we just did a full cut of this and we forgot to hit record. So we're back. And this is the live version. We're not going to edit it. But, you know, so I'm here. I brought my madam with me. I don't know what madam means. But but the Madame Webb, I assume it's the female Spider Woman.
Woman, just say like just
woman.
Or Spider
Girl. Spider Girl, right? That's what I thought it was. But after reading the IMDb synopsis, which is phenomenal, I mean, you could really tell what the movie is by reading it. She's a reporter not a paramedic in New York, and her last name's Webb. I think her first name's Charlotte. I don't know, maybe not. Charlotte's Webb. but her last name is Webb, and she starts to get like clairvoyance, which is different. Spider-Man clairvoyance is like, you know, like you can read other people's thoughts or something like that, or you can move things with your mind.
What is it?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
What's
clairvoyance?
Well, I know telekinesis is something.
That's where you can move, right?
Yeah,
Telekinesis is where you can move. Clairvoyance, I think, is where you can read other people's minds.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we're gonna find.
It's like.
Anyway,
I can't remember.
You read what on? Are you clairvoyant? You can't even read lips. Anyway,
Actually, yes,
you can't
I
even
can.
read a book.
At least I'm actually reading one.
Oh,
I didn't give up on them.
Whoop-de-doo. Anyway, so anyway, then she has to rescue 3 other people that are in it now. Dakota Johnson, whatever. Sydney Sweeney. Everybody loves Sydney Sweeney lately. I am still out on that. Not out, I should say. The jury's still out on that. I'm not sure how I feel about her. But Isabela Merced is in it. And who played? Dora. You have to say it louder.
Dora! Dora!
There you go. Yes, that's much better. So, yeah, it's in the live action. So I do like her. I saw her in that. I think I saw her in something else, and I like her. So
who plays the main character?
Dakota Johnson. I don't know. But anyway, so I don't know much more about it, except for it's got very bad reviews. But that's why we're here. We're going to dig into it. We're going to find out, and we're going to give you our thoughts. Well, I will. She'll sit here and stare and ask weird questions. But at least she'll be with us. So stick around. We'll be back. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Madame Webb. No check-ins tonight because we don't really do that anymore.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we don't really do that anymore here at Kimmel's Irish Pub. But anyway, so I am really interested. We kind of talked slightly about it, but what you thought about it.
You go first. I want
No. But truly, that's why I asked you first.
Okay, so what I think about it?
Yeah, tell them. Sit up a little bit so they can hear you.
Can I think for a second? I need to like
answer. So let's just give some background while she thinks, right? So as we know, and it's Cassandra Webb, not Charlotte Webb. So she is a paramedic in New York, and there's a whole history. The whole movie starts with like her mother being in the Amazon, researching spiders, and you know, it's the origin story of what goes on. But then we fast forward to 2003, and we start showing her as a paramedic. She starts to realize that she has something, you know, a little bit unique about her that others don't, and that's kind of where she gets involved. The 3 girls also, they come into it, that are played by those that I mentioned before, and you know, they have a unique, or I say an interesting tie into all of this. And I don't want to give too much away because I think that was part of the fun, is finding more about the origin, how it all comes to be, and what their purpose is. But now, did that give you enough time? Great, let's hear what you thought.
Okay, so at first, like, it was, like, I didn't really know what was happening. Like, I thought it was kind of confusing until, like, I started piecing everything together because it was kind of, like, easy to. It's like, I just didn't, like, I don't know how to, like, sorry, I'm too,
It's okay.
now I forget what I was saying. What was I saying?
You said at first you thought it was confusing, you weren't sure what was going on, and then you started to piece everything together.
Yeah, it was like easy for that, and it's like a lot of action. I like that because it's like that's kind of something I'm into, and I thought it was kind of cool. Like I don't want to give it spoilers.
That's okay. Well, you know, we'll just throw this out there just in case we slip up. if you haven't seen it, we're not going to ruin the ending, but we're going to talk a little bit more openly about it. So, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Another thing like that was kind of like confusing to know was like the visions.
Oh yes.
So yeah, like I don't get like if they're random or like she just thought of like the worst times or whatever.
We should talk a little bit louder.
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. So that's so just to clarify in case you couldn't hear her. So the visions. So as we know, they say she has clairvoyance, which we weren't sure what that was, but it's being able to see into the future. And we learned that. If we would have been able to see into the future before we did this movie review, we would have known what clairvoyance was. But that was a
and
confusing
we would know
piece.
that we didn't have to. We were not recording.
Right. We forgot to record the first time. But hopefully we're recording this time. But yeah,
Wait.
we are. I'm just kidding. But the visions were, they show, is it really happening? And it got confusing. Is this really happening, or is she just seeing into the future again?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then there was other kind of visions as well. But yeah, that could be a little bit confusing. What else? Anything else?
I feel like it was just like I don't know what else to say. Like
How did you like it?
yeah.
What number? What would you say?
Out of what?
Out of 10.
Oh, out of 10. I think I was like 8.
An 8. Okay.
0.5.
8.5. All right. So that I wanted her to go first because, to be honest, I think there's two different, point of views, and I think it's more important the point of view of the target audience, which I believe she was. Somebody who really, really just targeted, right? I mean, this was a movie about strong females, young teenage females, and a lot of action. And a superhero kind of story as well. So it was really targeting her more than me. Now, I'm a big fan of superheroes, and I like strong female leads, but I think it hits home more for you than it would for me. And I think that's an important takeaway, because, like I said, the reviews scores are very, very low for this movie.
Mm-hmm. What's your rating?
My rating, I don't know. I had more fun knowing that you were liking the movie, as opposed to me. I found, from a movie observer, whatever, I watch a couple of movies every now and again. I felt that there was so much, whether it was non-believable or holes or just poor things that had happened throughout the movie that it was just like, what? Driving around a stolen taxi cab. What are you doing?
I had chocolate on my face.
Oh, driving around in a stolen taxi cab for weeks and never getting caught. Just things like that. I think there was a couple of other ones that we called out throughout the movie that it's like, that just doesn't really work, I don't think, that well. And I think there was some dialogue that had some issues. Another one is just calling your best friend and giving him 3 abductive teens to watch for a period of time, and he's totally fine with that. So there's all of that in there that really kind of lowered what I would do as a movie. And yes, I would probably give it a 6.
Oh wow!
I
I always do this. I thought you would do a 7.
Yeah.
Every single.
So I would have given it a 6. I would have given it a 6 if you weren't here. I'm more leaning towards a 7 again because seeing how it impacts the target audience, in my opinion. So I don't think it's as bad as everybody else. That's for sure. 3.8 is ridiculous.
Crazy.
3.8 is like movies like I would shoot with my phone. It's like I think this wasn't that bad. There was a lot of action. It was a fun origin story, and we liked the teenage character. I liked the 3 teenage characters. Dakota, she was the Madame Webb. You liked her though, right?
Yeah.
Her character, right?
Wait, no, I thought. Yeah.
Which one was your favorite teenage at the end?
I don't know their names.
Okay, well, the skateboard girl. The
Oh,
girl
no,
with the
wait.
glasses?
Hold on, wait, what's the name of this?
Is it? What do you mean? Their names in the?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the cast.
Well, Isabela Merced. She was.
The blonde.
I eat math for breakfast.
Oh. Uh-huh.
The blonde girl was Sweeney. Okay, and then the other girl was. Is that Cassette?
Well, I like
O'Connor.
her.
Yeah.
And the other one.
And Isabel.
Wait, what one was?
She was okay.
Sydney and
Sydney
the other
Sweeney.
one.
Okay, yeah. So you didn't like Isabel Merced?
She was okay, but she wasn't my favorite.
Okay. She might have been my favorite. I don't know. But I did. The bottom line is I did like them all, and I could see how they're going. Like this could be, hopefully there's going to be future movies about them in particular, and maybe Madame Webb as well. But
yeah, she would be part of it.
She should be, right?
Yeah, she would be because
Yeah.
she's part of it.
Right. But you know, hopefully, I don't know, this movie didn't do so well in the box office, so they might not do it, but you never know.
It was good.
But if they made another one, I would watch it.
Same.
Yeah.
Another thing I was going to say was, at first I thought, you know, that Spider-Man guy?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, not Spider guy. It was like really weird at first. It was like, it was not like a good, like, it was like jumping through everything, and it was, I kind of like, it looked kind of weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't look normal.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like that. I don't know if it's a CGI or whatever it is that they did. It did look a little, you know, we're used to Spider-Man, and that looks, you know, good. This one didn't. I could see, and there are things like that. And one last thing before we let y'all go. Just oddly enough, we're drinking a Pepsi. The movie has to be sponsored by Pepsi. You'll see it throughout when you go to watch it. So I thought that was interesting. A little marketing inside the film. So that's it. Anything else to say, or should we rock out? All right. Well, hopefully this was helpful. Sorry if it was a little bit long. Hopefully you could hear her as she, you know, talked very lightly. But I think she added good insight this time, so I'm really excited. I really do hope I hit record.
Wait, if you didn't, I'm so scared.
So we'll see. Hopefully. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.
Thank you.